Coming up on the Daily O, how the sacrifice of thousands continues to be remembered today.
And an update on the Stillwater murder that happened in July. We'll tell you what the charges are.
Plus, it's game day for Cowboy football. We'll keep you informed on what's happening just outside. All that and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of the Daily O. I'm Kendall May Stark.
And I'm Tyler Tripodi. We're glad you're with us. Last night, the Air Force ROTC started their 24-hour run to remember prisoners of war and those missing in action. Our own Landon Patz was there to show us the impact across generations.
Oklahoma State ROTC is carrying a legacy, a promise to thousands of military members who were prisoners of war or missing in action. Never forget was the core motivation spread across the cadets. For 24 consecutive hours, ROTC members from the Air Force and Space Force persevere the marathon together, making multiple stops. For former professor and 30-year supporter of OSU ROTC, Dr. Finnegan, honoring those who lost their lives in service is important for those who impacted their lives.
There was an awfully good young man who was commissioned out of here, and I believe it was 2002, Luke James. I used to run battalion runs with him, and he was only in country for a month before he was killed. Every time I go back on campus to be by Thatcher, I stop by the memorial for him.
For Lieutenant Colonel Chris Stewart, events like these prepare the next generation.
These cadets are going to be replacing me in 1 to 4 years. 6 months for some of them will be replacing us as active duty members, and knowing that what I can do to make the next generation better than me.
Cadets ran in their platoons in set unison, making 3 stops to remember alumni who have fallen in combat. Each step, each breath to honor the freedoms given to us by the men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice. After 1 hour of running so far, the ROTC group is out here enjoying a little bit of rest and relaxation right before they have to start pairing into shifts for the rest of the hours. They have 23 hours to go, where at least 2 cadets will be running at any single time. It will culminate in them bringing the football and American flag to the 50-yard line tomorrow at BPS. Reporting from Boomer Lake, Landon Patz, the Daily O.
We're learning of the charges against the suspect in a Stillwater double homicide. 36-year-old Theodore DeMario McLeod is accused of murdering 2 people and injuring another at an apartment complex back in July. He appeared in court Wednesday to hear his 6 charges. His charges include 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon, shooting with the intent to kill, and engaging in a pattern of criminal offenses. McLeod requested court-appointed counsel and is being held without bond. He will appear in Payne County for a preliminary hearing on October 6th.
The president of the Oklahoma Game Foul Commission is under fire after being charged with watching a cockfight. Anthony DeVore was charged last week after he attended a fight on June 7th. As head of the Game Foul Commission, DeVore has been an advocate for reducing criminal penalties around cockfighting. Cockfighting is the practice of forcing 2 roosters to fight each other, often to the death. He has pleaded not guilty to the offense with his next court date set for November 7th. The Oklahoma Ethics Commission has ordered the group to dissolve and to pay a fine of $10,000.
It's that time again to check in on our weekend preview to start figuring out our weekend plans. Aaron Stinson is here with more. Aaron?
Thanks, Kendall. It's family weekend here at OSU. I've got a couple things you can go out and do with the family. Saturday night, Leon Bridges and Charlie Crockett are performing at 6:30 at the OKC Zoo Amphitheater. And if you're willing to make the drive, Turnpike Troubadours are at the Choctaw Grand Theater in Durant at 8. Comedian and actor Shane Gillis is at the BOK Center tomorrow night at 8. And finally, Everclear is performing at the Criterion in OKC at 7 Sunday night. Well, that's all I got for you this weekend. Back to you guys.
Fans are getting ready for some Friday night lights. So let's take a look at our Zach tracker. It looks like Zach Berger is currently outside of Boone Pickens Stadium. How's the energy out there, Zach?
The Zach tracker, huh? Well, I guess I can appreciate you guys keeping an eye out on me. But yeah, Kendall, the energy out here is great. Second home game of the season. It's Friday night lights, blackout game. You know, obviously it was a slow start to the season for the Pokes, but the loyal and true are still out here getting ready for this game. Gates opened just a couple minutes ago, so fans are already heading inside Boone Pickens Stadium. That's all I got from outside BPS. Back to you guys at the desk.
Glad you like the name, Zach. We'll check back in soon. Tyler, I don't know about you, but I would like to know what the game day forecast is going to look like. Let's check in with William Manziel in the Weather Center and see how hot it's going to be inside that stadium. William?
Yeah, guys, we're coming off a hot couple weeks here in Stillwater, and unfortunately for game day, today is no exception, but we are cooling down just a little bit. It's about 86 degrees outside right now, but it feels like 86 degrees. The wind's coming in from the east at 3 miles per hour, and once again, it is very sunny. Let's throw it back to the desk.
All right, William. When we return, how one resource center is expanding their reach.
And closings across the state. We'll tell you who's on the chopping block. The Daily O returns right after this.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Here in Stillwater, our Daily Bread is taking strides to support those experiencing unstable housing. They installed a new harm reduction vending machine offering free health and hygiene essentials. These range from Narcan to diapers, providing 24/7 resources. To use the machine, you enter an assigned 3-digit code and basic information like your name, phone number, and zip code. This collects data on items taken and allows limits on certain items. The initiative aims to expand by installing similar machines at satellite locations.
Around the state park restaurants are facing permanent closures. This marks the latest update on the roller coaster relationship between Lookout Kitchen and the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department. Yesterday, news broke that the restaurants would close again after financial troubles in July. Then, state officials say the problems came from missed payments from operators. But yesterday, the Tourism Department did not provide a reason for the permanent closures. 6 state parks, including Roman Nose State Park, host Lookout Kitchens. Operations will close on September 30th. After that, the Tourism Department will offer grab-and-go food options. Well, Kendall, let's take another look at our Zach tracker. Now, it looks like he's making his way down the road, and I think he's hitting up the tailgates.
It looks like he's hanging out with someone that's loyal and true. Who do you got with you, Zach?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm right outside of Boone Pickens Stadium with JD. Now, JD, we're out here tailgating, getting ready for today's game. How long have you been coming to Cowboy football games?
Man, it's been right around 35 years now. My family's been a long-term supporter along the lines of being alumni, and You know, we do this and we love this.
Absolutely. A long time. You've seen highs, you've seen lows. What's your favorite part of coming out here to Stillwater for game day?
You know, in our alma mater it says loyal and true, and that's my favorite part, is being loyal and true. Showing up, tailgating, get inside the game, feeling the energy, and then living it throughout your 7-day work week. It's just, it's a joy.
Absolutely. Now, bye week last week, right? Oregon, UT Martin. We're in week 4. How are you feeling? Give me a score prediction for today's game.
And no doubt that today we are going to dominate on defense, and we're going to make sure that we get about 24 points on the Cowboys side, and we're going to hold them to 7. And that's all there is to it. We're going to dominate, and we're going to get the W, and then it's going to turn our season around.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your game day.
Go Pokes.
Yes, sir.
All right, Zach. Well, we're looking at clear conditions for tonight for the game. But what can we expect this weekend? William Manziel is in the Weather Center with your weekend forecast. William?
Well, Tyler, this weekend we can expect some storms to start materializing. Overnight, we're going to see something coming up here through Kansas, making its way towards Stillwater, but not quite reaching us just yet. Now, if we move on to tomorrow night into Sunday, we're going to see that storm is going to make a little bit more progress coming into Oklahoma up here in the northeast corner. It's going to skip Stillwater just a little bit. We might still be seeing a few rainy conditions going on now. Sunday into Monday, we're going to see that storm evolve even more to where we are right in it right here. So make sure you're prepared for some rainy weather as we get into Sunday night. Now, some things I think you should be looking out for this week. Obviously, we got some rain chances, not just over the weekend, but also later in the week. We got some cooler temperatures coming through, so we're finally going to get over some of that Stillwater heat. And lastly, some cloud coverage as usual. Now, let's throw it back to the desk.
When we return, the hunt for a man accused of murdering his daughters is potentially over.
And how the government is working to keep TikTok operational. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago. So it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Authorities have discovered remains believed to be those of Travis Decker, the 32-year-old father accused of murdering his 3 daughters. The remains were found in a remote wooded area south of Leavenworth, Washington. While positive identification is pending, preliminary findings suggest they belong to Decker. He was last seen in June after his daughters were found dead, with plastic bags over their heads and wrists zip-tied. DNA evidence has confirmed his involvement in their deaths. After a month-long search, FBI and local authorities believe they found him.
President Trump has again extended the deadline for a U.S. TikTok shutdown. The extension pushes back enforcement as talks continue with China to finalize a deal over how the app is handled. The president held a phone call with Chinese President Xi Jinping, focused largely on securing an agreement over TikTok's operations in the U.S. and what steps Beijing will take. No official deal has been reached yet, but we will continue to monitor the story.
The Pentagon is discussing a proposed recruiting campaign centered on the late conservative activist Charlie Kirk. According to NBC News, the plan would frame enlistment as the patriotic act, using slogans such as "Charlie has awakened a generation of warriors." One idea under consideration, partnering with Turning Point USA chapters on college campuses and using their local networks as hubs to promote military recruitment. But the proposal has sparked concern from some Pentagon leaders, warning it could be viewed as politicizing the military or even exploiting the activist's death. So far, no decision has been finalized.
President Trump is threatening broadcasters that speak against him. Lizzie Hoisington has that and more in our political pulse. Lizzie?
Donald Trump is suggesting the FCC could revoke TV broadcaster license that give him bad publicity. This comes after the pull of Jimmy Kimmel Live. He suggests that many late-night hosts are against him. Trump praised ABC for pulling Kimmel after he made comments about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Brendan Carr, the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, warned that this was not the last shoe to drop. The FCC website says it provides licenses to stations that are responsive and the needs and problems of this local community house. Democratic leaders are accusing Carr of a corrupt abuse of power and are calling for his resignation. Well, that's all for your political pulse. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Lizzie. Let's take another look at our Zach tracker, where it looks like he's left the tailgates and is making his way in the studio. He'll talk Cowboy football right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Zach Berger. Thanks for sticking with us. Well, we've been talking about it all show long, but of course today is game day for Cowboy football just down the road. Even with a slow start to the season for the Pokes, they'll have history on their side tonight. So let's break it down. The Turnpike Classic has been an all-time rivalry between Oklahoma State and Tulsa. All-time, the Pokes lead the series 44-27-5. On top of that, it's been all Cowboys as of late. OSU currently on a 10-game winning streak against the Golden Hurricane, with the last loss coming in 1998. Additionally, Cowboys have dominated at home. Overall, they've only lost 6 times in Stillwater, with the last one coming in 1951. Oklahoma State looks for this one-sided rivalry to keep its tradition under the Friday night lights with a blackout game on ESPN. And while the Pokes play tonight, Cowgirls soccer hit the pitch last night. Our own Aaron Stinson shows us how the Cowgirls put up a tough fight to open up Big 12 play.
Strong goalkeeping wasn't enough to keep the Cowgirls in this game as they lose 1-0 to the Jayhawks. It was a slow start for the Cowgirls, only registering 1 shot through the first half. Injuries continued to plague the team as Chloe Wright, Bella Perotti, and starting goalkeeper Logan Marks all went down with injury in the first half. The second half was a lot more of the same. Kansas broke the tie in the 56th minute off a top corner strike from Carolyn Castens. The Jayhawks controlled possession throughout the second half and will close the game out, only allowing a single shot on goal in the 83rd minute from Loudon Wilson. For Coach Colin Carmichael, he says the team has to find more looks than the set pieces.
We also didn't create enough going forward, especially with the extra player. We're obviously missing a couple of key pieces up there that can help us create, but with the group we have to find ways to create more looks at goal as opposed to corners and free kicks. And that's been our issue for the last couple of games. And when you're playing against a good team, you don't get that many, and we have to find a way to get more looks at the other team's goal, for sure.
Cowgirls will next be in action Thursday, September 25th, as they go on the road to take on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reporting from Neil Patterson Stadium, I'm Aaron Stinson, the Daily O.
Men's and women's golf are hitting the tee box this weekend in Oklahoma and in Illinois. Cowboys are currently at Olympia Fields at the Fighting Illini Invitational. The Pokes are part of a 15-team field and trying to win this tournament for the first time since 2018. Then for the Cowgirls, they're just down south in Norman at the Schooner Fall Classic. The 3-day event is the second tournament of this fall slate for the Cowgirls after a third-place finish at the Carmel Cup. And a couple other OSU sports going on this weekend. Men's and women's tennis starts the ITA All-Americans Championship in Tulsa. Equestrian hosts their orange versus black scrimmage on Saturday, and Cowboy baseball will have an inter-squad scrimmage Saturday and Sunday inside O'Brate Stadium. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. Oklahoma is adding a new way to honor culture and heritage. Kendall and Tyler have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Here in the state, celebrating Native American culture just got a whole lot more interactive. A new family discovery center opens this weekend at the First Americans Museum. The 2-story Discover Center is packed with immersive learning experiences. The center is designed to look like a pop-up book when you walk in. The 4 sections shown through the forest scene are named Community, Respect, Resilience, and Stewardship, fostering the theme they call We Are All Connected. This has been in the making for 7 years and is open to the public on September 20th.
Arr, mateys, today be September 19th, better known around the 7 seas as International Talk Like a Pirate Day. The celebration began in 1995 when 2 merry buccaneers declared a day for every landlubber to speak the tongue of the high seas. From classrooms to coffee shops, ye may hear a yo-ho-ho or a shiver me timbers echo through the air. Even social media be filled with pirate puns and swashbuckling sayings. So whether ye be a captain, a deckhand, or just a scallywag looking for fun, hoist the Jolly Roger, practice your R's, and join the crew. After all, talking like a pirate be a treasure ye can share without spending a single gold coin. Now, I ask me first mate, the mad maiden of the seas, give us your best R.
Arr!
There we go.
Aye, matey, before we go, we must check back in with Captain Whirlwind William in the Weather Center. What are ye forecasting, Whirlwind?
Thank ye, me hearties. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. I'm not doing it for the rest of it. So as you'll see, like I talked about before, today is very hot, and we're going to see some rain coming in over the weekend with a bit of rise in temperature, but that's going to start dropping just a little bit as we move on. Not on Monday, though. We're looking at 91 degrees at the high. Tuesday, maybe some more rain, but it's going to start dropping slowly until we get to Wednesday and Thursday with highs of low 80s and lows of low 60s. So if that's not a cool weekend in Stillwater, I don't know what is. Let's take it back to the desk.
Well, Captain Whirlwind, I just have to say thank you. That was beautiful. The consummate professional as ever. Zach, welcome back into the studio. Good to see you.
That was something. I enjoyed it, though. I enjoyed it.
I did too. Oh my God.
Man, gosh, guys, big game day, Pirates. What a show! What a day!
I like to think so. Did you like the Zach tracker? By the way,
that was beautiful. Honestly, I felt loved. I felt kept out for by this newscast.
We just wanted to know where you were.
Of course.
I was a big fan of it too, by the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time, but that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O next week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. And don't go anywhere. The big game is in studio, ready to take you to kickoff here on the Daily O Network. For the Daily O, I'm Tyler Tripodi.
And I'm Kendall May Stark. Have a blessed night, everyone.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.